stands for Together Individual Entertainment. All right, so if you haven't noticed, we are 21 days until Christmas, and that is a big deal because tomorrow will mark 20. So I cannot wait to get to our next story. So we're still from the Disney Collection book, as usual. And our next story, and I will not forget about the stocking either, so let's get started. So our next story will be Dumbo. Yes, Dumbo. Dumbo's first Christmas is what it says here, and this is what we're going to get into right now. One December morning, Dumbo the flying elephant woke up to find the circus grounds strangely quiet. He stuck his head outside his tent where everyone when Timothy appeared. Timothy Mouse, that is. It's Christmas vacation, he announced. Time to sleep late, play in the snow, and get ready for the holidays. Dumbo looked puzzled. Aw, don't tell me you never heard of Christmas before, Timothy said in disbelief. Hey, fellas, he called up to the crows. Come on down here. I need help explain Christmas to Dumbo. The birds gathered around. The elephant and began to chatter. All at once, white Christmas packages wrapped up in shiny paper. Now wait a minute. What about fancy holiday food? Don't forget the big tree covered in ornaments and lights and music. You can't have Christmas without carols. Now do you understand? Timothy asked. Dumbo and the elephant shook his head. He was even more confused. Timothy said, this is going to be harder than I thought. He and the crows huddled together and quickly came up with a new plan. Dumbo, said Timothy, forget telling you about Christmas. We're going to show you. Timothy Mouse scampered up onto Dumbo's cap. Get ready for takeoff, he cried. The crows took to the skies. Dumbo flapped his ears and followed right behind them. They flew and flew until finally a magnificent skyline came into view. Welcome to New York City, Timothy announced. I can't think of a more Christmas place except maybe the North Pole. Timothy had grown up in New York and thought it was the best place on earth. The little mouse gave Dumbo a tour of the bustling city. He showed the elephant the most festive place in New York first, the Rockefeller Center. Timothy pointed out as they flew over the large tree. Below, ice skaters glided and twirled around a sparkling outdoor rink, but Dumbo couldn't take his eyes off the enormous tree, covered from top to bottom in twinkling lights and pretty decorations. Timothy could tell that Dumbo was impressed. What did I tell you? The mouse asked. People here don't just deck the halls, they decorate everything. Dumbo looked at all the people on the streets, full of holiday cheer. Some carried brightly wrapped packages, some were singing carols. Everyone was in awe of the great big tree. The size and sounds of Christmas made Dumbo feel very happy. He couldn't wait to find out more about the holiday. Timothy Mouse and Dumbo flew down Fifth Avenue, where the shop windows were filled with beautiful Christmas displays. Dumbo watched the shoppers hurrying around the large bags of presents, but Timothy saw something else. That's strange, he said. People keep leaving presents in a box in front of that store over there. Come on, let's go find out what's going on. When Dumbo swooped down closer to the crowd, everyone cheered. They had never seen a flying elephant before. Dumbo felt like he was performing in one of his shows. What are the presents for? Timothy Mouse asked a woman. It is the store's birthday or something? The woman chuckled. Then she explained that the packages were toys for children. There was just one problem, she continued. The snow has slowed down traffic, and I don't know how we're going to make our deliveries in time. The boys and girls will be so disappointed if they don't get their presents this year. Timothy looked at Dumbo. Dumbo looked at Timothy. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? The mouse asked. Dumbo nodded enthusiastically. Lady, said Timothy, Dumbo and I would be happy to spread a little Christmas cheer. I know this city like the back of my hand, and Dumbo here never needs to worry about stuff like traffic. You can consider those presents as good as delivered. The people on the sidewalk cheered. Thank you, Dumbo, one man said. I knew Santa had a flying reindeer, but I didn't know he had a flying elephant. Oh my goodness. Shh, Timothy replied with a mischievous wink. I suppose to be a secret. Soon Dumbo was given a sack of presents and a long list of names and addresses. Ho, 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 Timothy called out as he and Dumbo flew off and the pair arrived at their first stop. Through the window, they could see children hanging stockings over the fireplace. When they saw Dumbo and Timothy Mouse, they shouted with joy. Timothy handed each child a brightly wrapped present. Thank you, the children cried as Dumbo and Timothy flew away, and Merry Christmas. Dumbo and Timothy flew from one house to another. They dropped off dolls and dump trucks, books and building blocks, puppets and puzzles. Every once in a while, the crows took a break from sightseeing to pitch in and sing some Christmas music. They were funny carolers the kid had ever seen. Timothy's favorite part was watching the children and their parents when they spied Dumbo outside the window. They'd blink and rub their eyes, wondering if what they were seeing could possibly be real. What's the matter, Timothy would say playfully. Haven't you ever seen a flying elephant before? Then he laughed. But what Dumbo loved most was the way the children's favorite faces lit up when he gave them their presents and made him feel happy right down into his toes. We'll come back to visit them again soon, Dumbo said to Timothy as they headed for home. I promise. Back at the circus grounds, Timothy and Dumbo settled down for the night. So Dumbo, Timothy asked, now do you know what Christmas is all about? Dumbo wasn't listening, though. He was thinking of all the children he had met that day, and how he and Timothy had made them all smile. It had been a perfect first Christmas. Seeing Dumbo's happy expression, Timothy said, Yep, I think you do. The two tired friends soon fell fast asleep. The night, for the first time ever, Dumbo's dreams in his heart were filled with the magic of Christmas. I hope you enjoyed that story of Dumbo's first Christmas. Now, I think it's time we got into our stocking. So, what kind of ornament do you think Santa left for me this time? Who knew he could turn, like I said, this stocking turned into magic. Wow, that is something. You ask me. Look at this. It's Dumbo! And apparently, it had its way, it really had its hard way of getting here, that's for sure. Didn't think it did, but it did. So now we got a Dumbo ornament! Yay! Oh, I really do enjoy this. I enjoy, seeing these ornaments being delivered by my stocking. Who knew it was so magical? Well, that is our Christmas countdown for day 4. And I do hope you enjoyed, because I know I did. So, this is T.I.E saying happy holidays, everyone. Bye!
Merry Christmas!